Now do your set. Kokiri Soldier versus Pajama Sam. I forgot to full screen it before. Um, so interesting thing about Falco versus Young Link is I think it's people think it's his worst matchup, but I think Fox is. It's really hard to edgeguard Fox, and they mentioned in the commentary that Young Link has a bad edgeguard game. That's not true. Young Link's edgeguard game is not bad, and all this is amazing. By the way, like I got really hyped when you hit him with the boomerang reverse hit. But that's crazy. All right, first thing that I noticed, and I want to mention now, is are you going black Young Link so that you blend in with the background? By the way, anyway, um, right here, uh, when to use projectiles, of course, is super important. Um, if you had been in range to get it over the lip, it would have been good. But instead of using an aerial here, and this will come up a lot, you could have just ran to the ledge, up E'd, and then rolled up. Up E'd a ledge, roll up. And he would have been dead. Like, that's why it's so important to be able to do up E'd a ledge in the Fox versus Falco matchup, because you can get there quicker than they can from a lot of spots with it. And it's actually godlike. Like, they'll just die more if you start doing it. And then for if they up B low, right, then you refresh invincibility and invincible nair up. There you couldn't have done it, so the boomerang was the, or maybe pulling a bomb there because the boomerang wasn't gonna hit the side B. But there again, it's hard to like figure out these timings, especially with a laggy move. I think you figured it out after you threw the boomerang that you could have just down smashed. That's tough though, and maybe the down smash wouldn't have even worked out. I wouldn't say it would. All right, but you see, like you had two opportunities to kill him, and he would have been a lot of percent less and had more life on this stock. But you are playing it well. I don't know why he's playing it so poorly when you have high percent. Um, like okay, there was. If you watch the act set first, which I'm gonna link it to you first, um, there was a time where you could have set up a bomb in sort of a way where you could attempt a more dangerous option. I think. I think I might be grasping at straws here, trying to find an example of this. But like there, right? You could have dared. Um, would that have been good? You could have like dared around here, no? Yeah, I'm grasping at straws. I just think it's a really cool idea to set up bombs so that you can afford to dare. But I mean, you could have, and it would have hit him. Here again. Oh no, never mind. He had a jump. That's good. Let's look at how you could have set up for this. If you had Waveland down from there instead of throwing a boomerang, um, and maybe you set up like some sort of rule where you don't boomerang from center stage because it didn't even make it to the ledge, right? There's no way that was gonna hit. So maybe set a rule that you're only allowed to boomerang around here and here, where the boomerang will actually hit off stage. and that'll just like prevent you from making that mistake. um, I think there again, you see Mango and Leffen do these down smashes at stage. Like it's not bad. So if you've got the opportunity to down smash at the ledge just straight up when they try and side B, then I'd go for it. It's like D-tilt with Marth. Um, that was a weird exchange. Never go for gimps, right? Because I think if you search hard enough, you could find a gimp versus Falco that works if they do something stupid and like have it sort of as a gimmick. That's also a decent option if you grab them, because grab back throws can set up for some hits, but Fox will definitely make it back unless they really do something really stupid. But Falco doesn't have as much of a range on his recovery, so you can actually get some cheesy stuff that you might want to look into, but it's not something you do at 0%, right? And like throwing boomerangs like this uh, allow you to do some more dangerous options. Like you could dare there. I don't know if you'd want to, but you could. I guess it's not so much in the Falco matchup actually. It's more like Sheik. But you can cancel your dare with a boomerang, you know. And like, it's such a good tool that I think looking for ways to use it is worth time. So I mean, I don't think I found anything there, but I'm trying. I really want to find an example of bomb throwing, like pulling out a bomb when you shouldn't, doing an edge guard. There was a good example. But like boomerang and bomb, right? For edge guards, I can't wait till an example anymore. I have this sort of rule as Peach that I put on myself to not use projectile, not pull a turnip unless they're past 90%. And the reason is because I know below 90%, like I'm not exact, but below 90%, throwing a projectile only covers one of like 10 options of where they can be in the air. So I don't do it, but I know at 90% I can cover a spot they'll have to up B from, or otherwise they'll use up B at a different spot that I can cover with another move. So I set that rule so I wouldn't use a projectile when I could be using a reaction, like on Young Link it would be Nair or down smash or even F tilt. So it might be worth looking into. Again, I'm saying this a lot because I'm lazy and not gonna look into it myself. But um, what percent would be a good like rule? That would be a good rule to have. And I mean, here, yeah, that was so good. You can get gimps like that on Falco, not on Fox. Fox, you have to work harder. And sometimes Fox just beats you off stage. But Falco, that's why I think this matchup isn't as bad as people think. Because it's a lot easier to edgeguard Falco than it is Fox. And it's a lot easier to pull bombs even, sometimes. You just have to avoid his lasers and then pull yours. Ah, so you missed the dash thing. A good way to practice that is, and practice pivoting out of it too, pivot dash, is to just up air, L cancel, dash out, up air, L cancel, dash out, up air, L cancel, dash out, both ways, like across the stage and back. Because then you're practicing pivots and you're practicing getting your dash out as crispy as possible, and you like only need to do it until you get 10, 10 times in a row, and that's like the starting point for consistency, is getting it 10 times in a row. I learned that volleyball. That was good. GG and a handshake. Hope that was insightful analysis. Thank you for this. It's a treat to watch. I'll send these to you.